So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And here we are to blag our way through another prediction, and it's Oleksandr Usyk, no, not the meerkat, versus Anthony Joshua.
Dimples.
Yeah, we don't really need to talk too much about this. We're just going to hit the intro and crack on.
Absolutely.
So have some of this.
Have it.
Are you ready?
So, Oleksandr Usyk, 19 fights, 19 wins, 13 knockouts. Doesn't really need much of an introduction, to be honest. Cracking cruiserweight, now doing it at heavyweight. He's the IBF, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion. Anthony Joshua, may have heard of him, 26 fights, 24 wins, 22 knockouts. The resume's still there with Joshua. You can't ignore it. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people hate on him, but he can only fight who's in front of him. The same as any other.
Now that's a bit of an Eddie talk now. Come on.
But,
I mean, like Eddie puts people as number one contender so he can fight them. I mean, Ruiz was a last-minute replacement, if people forget. And just because he knocked him out then, Eddie's been bigging him up ever since.
Exactly. But I'm not Eddie Hearn. And
you begin to sound like him, though.
Don't wear
You're beginning
Rolex.
to sound like him, though.
No, I certainly won't dress like him. I can't afford it, and I won't wear a turtleneck. So, anyway,
it's all them pickies he's getting off Ben Shalom.
Nice. We're not going into that. Usyk versus Joshua, interesting one. We've seen it once already. Let's be honest, didn't go to plan for Joshua.
For Joshua, it didn't go to plan. For Usyk, it went very to plan.
Could have ended up in a stoppage. Let's be honest. He was very lucky.
It should have been a stoppage.
Yeah, it's one of those. The program could go on for hours, but
that's shutting me up, isn't it?
Let's see how this goes. Well, do you know what I mean? Because you could.
I know.
The entire fight, couldn't you?
I know. But you have to rein me in.
What are your feelings?
What are my feelings?
A tough one. Is Joshua going to be able to get the job done against Usyk? We know at this time of recording this that there is no particular date or confirmed venue, should we say? But it goes
it's
to
very likely to be in Saudi Arabia because they push the money that Eddie needs to finance this fight and to pay for everything. So yeah.
So what's your thoughts, Ender?
What's my thoughts? Well,
I'm giving you €5. Where are you sticking it?
I'm sticking on an Usyk on an early stoppage. However, I'm not necessarily saying that's what will happen, but that's what I'd bet on if you give me €5, because I'd probably get better odds in an early stoppage. However, I do believe Usyk will stop Joshua this time. When, I don't know. It's likely to be in the middle to later rounds. It could be as late as round 10 to 12. And that's probably what I will say will be a late stoppage by Usyk. Joshua will do what he did the last time. He'll try and outbox Usyk when, sorry, you just can't. That's stupid. And don't try it. Use your height and reach advantage more in the second fight than he did the first fight. I mean, they seemed very easy to blame it all on McCracken and go off to this new trainer. But, I mean, Joshua was a bloody, he was a very novice boxer before he even started and was thrown in for the Olympics. So how did he think he was going to outbox a guy that's boxed his whole life at the very top level? It was just idiotic to me.
Is there nothing? There's nothing in your mind that says Joshua wins his fight?
If I was Joshua's trainer now, I'd say use your height and reach advantage. And if he did what he was told, then yes, I could see Joshua on points. However,
but we said this before, didn't we? We said this before.
This is why I'm putting my hands up and I'm saying I'm not falling for that again. Joshua's not going to box clever.
Yeah.
He's going to get sucked in with his ego, and he's going to try and outbox Usyk, and you just cannot do that. So,
but does he need to revert to the old school Joshua when he goes out, dynamite in his hands, and goes hell for leather? Can he afford to do that?
No.
Because outboxing
If
him didn't work. So does he need to go?
Did I not just say what he needed to do?
But do you know what I mean, though? Because a lot of people have said that as well, haven't they?
Well, a lot of
outboxing
people
never
say a
worked.
lot of things, but this is my part of the prediction. If Joshua is to win, he needs to use his height and reach advantage. That doesn't mean going hell for leather. That means standing off your opponent, keeping him out of his range and within your range, not letting your opponent push you into corners where Usyk will just absolutely destroy him. Jab and move, Lennox Lewis style. You know what I mean? Use your height, use your strength. Yeah. But Joshua's not Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis had a great boxing brain. Joshua's good, but he's not as good as he's made out to be. I mean,
but is he elite?
Well, elite's is he one of the best pound for pound? Is he one of the best heavyweights ever? No, absolutely not.
But is he one of the best current heavyweights?
Well, yes, by the definition of what's there, he is. But that's been exposed as being fairly weak when you can have a cruiserweight come in and just kind of dominate it like he did. So what I'm saying is that if Joshua boxed clever, he could win on points, but he won't do that. And Usyk, who does box very clever and has strength and has the noose and has just that whole boxing package. The only thing he doesn't have is height and reach advantage, but he doesn't need that if his opponent can be sucked into a fight, which Usyk will do to Joshua. Joshua will absolutely drink the Kool-Aid and get absolutely stonked. And that's why I'm going for an Usyk stoppage, rounds 9 to 12.
Okay, cool. Well,
now, Joe, what do you say?
I'm not going to go in too deep because I thought we did that quite well there. But I think it'll be I think currently, as it is, I just can't see Joshua changing. Like you were saying, I can't see him changing that much. It was very different against Andy Ruiz. He knew what he had to do. It was a case of punch and move and get on your bike and do the rest. And can he do that against Usyk? No.
But Ruiz was overweight
But you know what I mean? Usyk's a completely different fighter. He will hunt you down, but he does it strategically. He's very, very smart, very ring smart. And he wants it. And I think stuff that's happened in Ukraine as well is going to make him even hungrier as well. And I think
the whole Ukraine situation for the first time ever, Joshua will be the lesser popular boxer in the ring.
Yeah, and I think Usyk will win by stoppage, 6-9.
Oh, so if there's no
change. If there's no change in Joshua's approach,
well, like
mindset,
that, like I said, if there was
it's definitely going to be a 6-9 finish for Usyk, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but let us know in the comments. This will divide people. We know it will.
Divisive. We've both gone for the same prediction, except at different times in the fight.
But
I actually think a lot of people are going to agree with what we said. I would
love to see Joshua do it. Don't get me wrong.
You'd love to. I wouldn't. I'd love to see Usyk absolutely nail him and get his knockout.
But do you see what I mean, though?
That's fine. You can love him from a hater's point of view. You're a British guy and you're sporting your own. I totally understand that.
I mean, in the sense of there's so many haters on Joshua.
Well, I'm not hating on Joshua.
No, not you. I mean, but there's just so many people that.
That's the Fury Joshua thing. But they come up
and I just think if Joshua was to come out and knock out Usyk, I think that'd be like mega statement.
That would be absolutely phenomenal. That would.
But let's just see how this goes. But based on the last fight, I'm going 6-9 stoppage for Usyk.
And what my other little addendum to the prediction is? A certain man will give it all that about coming out of retirement to fight the winner, but in the end he won't. You can take that to the bank.
Well, on that, let us know in the comments how you're going to see this one. Usyk versus Joshua. Ender, thank you very much as always. We've given you what we can, but now we're going to go for the outro. Have some of this.
Have it.
Are you ready?